If you're a parent who has children and you intentionally run away from your financial responsibilities and your responsibility as a parent, anything that I post about parental alienation, this is not for you. I'm not talking to the deadbeat parent that runs away from their responsibilities and leaves the other parent financially stranded. Your children need you. I'm talking to an audience of good parents who have tried to reason with the family courts against a narcissistic partner who makes false abuse allegations and who starts bullshit. The courts love controversy. They love the narcissistic ex that makes up the false abuse allegations and says, yeah, this parent did such and such and such, hearsay. Things that have no facts and no basis. The courts, they eat that up because the longer the controversy, the more money that everybody can cash in on the hearings, like the attorneys and the judges and hearing officers. And these are all de facto courts, mind you. So, meaning they're fake. They're not de jure. These aren't real courts. So they love controversy and they hate the good parent. They don't want the good parent that wants to be in the child's life, that wants 50-50, that wants to work things out. They don't want that. And they make it very hard for the good parents, whether if you're a mother or father. It goes both ways. Parental alienation, I used to believe that it was the judges always siding with the mom, but I have met some females who have been in my same exact predicament with parental alienation and alleged child support, false abuse allegations, and all that stuff. It's a very small percentage, though. The majority of this happens to men, So my message in this video is just take care of your kids. Don't come asking me about remedies and stuff. If you are trying to get out of your parental responsibilities, like I said before, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the deadbeat parents. And just because I say that child support is fraud, Title 4D is definitely fraud, and I can prove that. But that doesn't mean, abandon your parental responsibilities, It's a system that I'm sure can be used for good. And I'm sure that there are parents who can work things out and they use the family courts as referees to, just be referees and nothing else. But when you have controversy, when one parent says, oh, my ex is crazy, they abuse me, they abuse my child and all that, they eat that up and they take it and they run with it. So that way one parent can suppress the other child and make things more difficult. And again, draw out the hearings and create a huge controversy for profit. It's all for money. Like I said in my last video, anybody who's been in this situation, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but my main message today is just take care of your kids. I'm going to say that all the time. I've had a couple of people in the past, say, oh, Nat, all these remedies that you did, to get rid of child support and everything, what about, the parents who should pay it? And I do talk about that. I do, so anyway, just be smart and take care of your kids. That's all I wanted to say. Peace, love, and light.